hold on. It's gone up like that, so maybe that way. That way? I don't know if I like it like this. How you doing, mate? Alright, brother? I'm good, you know. How you doing? How we doing, people? Everyone good? Yes, man, I'm good. I've been chilling. So I've been a bit quiet and stuff, so it is what it is. Dan, how you doing, bro? You alright? Pardon the beard, I'm not quite, don't know what's going on. I ain't got a fucking clue. Yes, Mark, I'm good, brother. Thank you. I hope everyone's good. I'm back, man. Feeling a bit refreshed and stuff. I've managed to get some sleep and stuff, so we're back, man. Loads of things going away. So yeah, it's just been loads of stuff's been going on. I don't know if you guys caught me on Monday just gone. I was on Good Morning Britain. What else was I doing? Then I did the national news as well. So just talking about prison, about tougher sentences, Boris Johnson's pledge of 2.5 billion over 3 years to recruit 20,000 police officers, 10,000 extra prison spaces, increased use of Section 60 stop and search by the police. So all that sort of shit's been going down. So that's what we've been talking about. Now, 2.5 billion for prison for 20,000 police officers, 10,000 extra prison spaces. Sounds like a lot of money, doesn't it? 2.5 billion sounds like a hell of a lot of dough. But when you put it into perspective, that like if you spread that over 3 years, in them 3 years, reoffendings cost the taxpayer 13.5 billion to 15 billion pounds a year. 2.5 billion, sorry, is a drop in the ocean. So it's just one of them, you know what I'm saying? So, criminal record closes doors to somebody. Well, because if you've been in prison, obviously it comes across that you are, you're a criminal. You're not trustworthy. You're not like reliable, and just stereotypes and stuff, isn't it? So, I'm not an expert on nothing, Mark, bro. I'm nobody, bro. I just, like I said, I somehow ended up in this position of doing interviews and shit. I don't know how it came about or how it started or anything. But we just speak out for prisoners. We speak out about the system. We speak up for prisoners' families. What's going on with the beard? I couldn't tell you, brother. I have no idea. No idea at all. Still setting up interviews for other people. Do you go to jail for ABH, like actual bodily harm? It depends, bro, on the circumstances. No two charge, like, depends on the circumstances, mitigating, aggravated circumstances and stuff like that. So you should plait the beard, bro. Do you know what? You've no idea. It just grows so quick. I'm not a good speaker, bro, at all. No. I'm not a good speaker at all, brother. Really not. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if anyone caught me on Good Morning Britain on Monday, down in London, right? I was trying to be. I don't show up, as you guys have clocked, yeah. But like on the panel, there was like two other people. Yeah, one was a strong like character guy, right? And then there was a former detective as well. And what I thought I don't want to sit there and be talking over everybody. So I thought I'm going to sit here and just wait for my chance to talk and that. And then when I started going on a rant, they fucked me over. They just cut me off, man. I was like, wow, what's going on here and that. So yeah, I don't know, man. It is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, then I did the ITV National News down at Westminster. Did a pre-record there. That went out. And then that was it. I did Back Up to Money. And yeah, just living the life, man. Have you heard this weather? Fucking hammering it down. Typical Manchester weather. Hope everybody's good. Away from the YouTube stuff, I set up an interview with somebody with Sky News that had just got out of, that had recently got out of Swaleside, Stabside prison, as it's affectionately known by the locals, down in the Isle of Sheppey. There was a weapons amnesty being held by the governor, between the governor and the prisoner. People have slagged it off, which is just ridiculous. Anything that's going to reduce violence in prison is only a good thing for prisoners, prisoners' families, prison officers, and obviously it goes on that way. So yeah, just I don't know. It's just one of them things, isn't it? But yeah, I set up an interview with a kid that'd been in Swaleside. Um, yeah, just that's what we do, man. I spoke to the partner of a prisoner who sadly and tragically took his own life just 2 weeks ago in a jail here. Right, the weird thing with his phone is normally I've got it turned like landscape, right? But for some reason this is a new phone and it said you've got to have it portrait. So there's just the messages are just like popping up, popping up, popping up. So normally when it's sideways you see about three or four, but there's just people just popping up loads. So I'm not ignoring anybody. But yeah, so like I said, we did the little interview and stuff on a teller. Keep talking the talk, keep doing their thing, sticking up for prisoners, speaking out. But yeah, we just keep talking up for prisoners and stuff, prisoners' families, speaking out about the system. We don't need more prison spaces, more problems. You can't imprison your way out of the current like climate with obviously weapons and knife crime and gun crime, and you can't jail everybody. And you know what I mean? There's always going to be more criminals than there are police and stuff. So it goes on that way. And obviously, prison creates more problems than it solves, but we already know this. You move from Scotland to Manny, bro. The only thing that's going to change, the only difference there, brother, is well, the weather's going to be the same, innit? So yeah. Stop and search, bro. You know the score, bro. Stop and search Section 60s. In 2017, 2018, yeah. Like you was if you was a black, if you was from an ethnic minority, so black, Asian, um, you were 9.5 times more likely to be stopped than a white youth, yeah, which is crazy. But that just means, obviously, we know that the police and the government and everything are institutionally racist. We know this. Nothing changes. But yeah, the police are obviously the reason that Section 60 was rolled back was because they was racially profiling black youth. Have you heard the weather? So yeah, Section 60 is, like I say, if it's used correctly, it will get weapons off our streets, which will ultimately save lives. But the reality is 2.5 billion over 3 years for 20,000 extra coppers, which let's remember the Tories took them off, right? The Tories took police off our streets, and then Theresa May was going, oh, it's a scaremongering tactic and stuff from the Police Federation and all this sort of stuff. Just watch UK Narcos. Is that still about on my five? That yeah. Watched it, brother. Yeah, I've not watched the Glasgow one though, but obviously I heard of the Lyonses and obviously heard of the Danielses and stuff. Um, just waiting for everyone to pop up. So yeah, so like I said, we've been setting up interviews. I've been speaking to other people. What my channel's about, guys, right, is about networking, right? It's about bringing people together. It's about giving prisoners a voice, prisoners' families a voice. I am always on the lookout for new people that have just got out of jail, prisoners' families and stuff, right, that are willing to speak out. And because the media and the news, thunderstorms, yeah. So, like I say, it's about networking. It's about bringing people together, right? Prison officers have got a voice with the Prison Officers Association. Prisoners have got voices with like the Howard Lee for Penal Reform, the Prison Reform Trust, all that sort of stuff, right? But at the end of the day, right, they want to hear from just people from the street. So yeah, sorry, I just these lives are fucking pointless. You know what I'm saying? They really are pointless and stuff. But it is what it is. But yeah, so always looking for new people to put in the phone book and stuff. So when the media ring me, we can set up the interview. Depends, Dan, with GBH. Is it section 18? Is it section 20? Have you been done for violence before? What are the mitigating and aggravating circumstances? It's different, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I say, so the aim of this channel is to bring people together, right? I'm not important. It's not about me. I'm fucking nobody. I'm just a dickhead, right? It's about networking, right? You see me on these videos and all this stuff, right? And you see me on the news and all that shit, right? But away from that, fuck all that shit. Away from that, that's where the important work's going down. This is where we're talking to people that have been through the system. I'll get a journalist contact me, right? Cody, we're doing a big story, an exclusive story, right, on a certain prison, i.e., yesterday, last night at 7 p.m. on Sky News, there was a big exclusive about a weapons amnesty that was being held in Swaleside prison, or Stabside as it was known in the media, right, because the amount of violence there. Now, he wanted to speak to a kid that had just got out of that jail, right? So I put it out there to my subscribers on my, like I put like a public post on there without doing a video. And then I also get other things, yeah? And then it's like, right, then I spoke to a kid. I was on my way home, and then I got a message from a kid who'd 6 years IPP. And then I linked, so I said, am I okay to pass your number to the kid from Sky? Bam, yep. So I patched the number through because it's about putting the jigsaw together. Yeah, I do put myself down, but I'm just a realist about the situation. Like I say, I'm nobody, but I've somehow become this platform and a voice for prisoners, right? And I'm gonna use it. And like I say, I've turned down interviews and put. They said to me there was I can't remember what the story was, but there was an interview where I could have done it, but I was like, it was like, I think it was about Birmingham, like about Winson Green. So I thought, they was like, oh, I said, I've not been in that jail, so I ain't doing the interview. They said, oh, you can just do it. I said, no, no. I said, I've got a contact there. Let me just hit him up and I'll try to link you. So I've rang the kid. The kid's gone, I'll do it. So then I just pass the number with his permission to the media. The media then link with him to do the interview. It's not about me, it's about the issue. Like I say, we're speaking out for prisoners and stuff, right? And highlighting the failings of the Ministry of Justice and keeping the pressure on and stuff like that. Like, on this channel, what we've done on this channel, right? Through not me off my own back. I need help for this stuff, right? The amount of people that have helped me. People have come to me with stories. I had a prison officer tell me about a suicide, right? I found out, right? I've got deaths out. I've got suicides out. I've got medical negligence cases which have resulted in the death of a prisoner out at HMP Berwyn, and also we got Forest Bank as well. The story yesterday about two prison officers being arrested at Forest Bank prison, right, for caught smuggling contraband into prison. I got that story out. It took me 3 weeks. Again, the information isn't me. I need you guys. So what I did, a prisoner from inside Forest Bank contacted me, said, listen, bro, just to let you know, we found out there's two officers being arrested, right? So there was I think it's 28 or 29-year-old officer, male officer, on the 14th of July was arrested. And then on the 25th of July, which was a Thursday, there was another officer arrested. He was 19 years old, a young boy, not a man, a boy, right? He was arrested. His missus, who was 19, also works at the prison, was suspended, wasn't arrested, but was suspended, pending an investigation. She's now back in the prison, and I believe she's been put on light duties, so she's on restricted duties. So yeah, two prison officers have been arrested there. So we got that out. Because what annoys me, right, is the Ministry of Justice, they try hard, to stop stories getting out, but they can't keep me quiet, simple as that. So I get tipped off by people, prisoners' families, prison officers, right? And what it does then, I'll take it to the media, and then I'll confirm the story, and we'll get the story out there. The prison when someone dies, if a prison officer gets attacked tonight, right, it'll be all over the papers by the morning, because the Prison Officers Association and the prison, they'll run to the papers. One of our officers has been hurt, right? Blah, blah, blah. But when it's a prisoner that dies in the most horrific of circumstances, a mentally ill prisoner that's not well and, I don't know, sets himself on fire, as we saw 2 weeks ago, God bless Christian Hinckley, may he rest in peace, or another prisoner dies, they tell the family, but then they don't tell the media. So it pisses me off, yeah. So then that's where I get me back up and think, you know what? You want to they're all about pushing their own fucking propaganda, right? These prisons, yeah, have got prison fucking Twitter accounts, right? They push the positives, suppress the negatives, telling you how great the prison is. We've done this, we've done that, we've done this, right? I call them out on it, bro, yeah? And for me, it's about highlighting the failings of the system, right? Because sadly, unfortunately, in this country, right, we want to lock people up and throw away the key, right? And the Tory government and stuff, and Boris Johnson now, oh, yes. Like, if you watch the video, do me a favour, go on my timeline, right? And there was a video with Boris Johnson at Armley Prison about 2 days ago, right? And there's a body scan where it was a positive scan, and the kid had a Kinder Egg inside him, right? And it was tobacco, right? And Boris Johnson's like, so that's inside the man? He's like, yeah, right? And then he's like, so he ingested it? Like, so he swallowed it? Like, no, mate. He plugged it up his fucking ass in the prison pocket, mate. You know what I'm saying? These MPs haven't got a fucking clue. Tough on crime. What do they know about fucking crime, people? They know nothing, yeah, mate. They sit there, they're clueless idiots, mate. Not all MPs, but most MPs are born into rich, fucking snobby, upper class fucking families with tax havens and offshore accounts and corruption. The biggest organised crime group in this country, guys. Government and the police. They all piss in the same pot. Got paedophile rings going on in government and the courts and stuff. That's why paedophiles getting caught with thousands of indecent images of children and are walking. Their next man doesn't pay his council tax bill and he goes to prison. You see what I'm saying? So I just hope to God I never end up back in jail, because if I do, I'm gonna get a rough time of it, because we speak out about corruption. Prisoners are going to do what prisoners are going to do, but sadly and tragically in this country, what we want to do, we want to brutalise prisoners, we want to victimise them, we want to demonise them, we want to give them bread and water, we want to keep them locked up 24 hours a day, which in some jails, depending on what regime you're in, what category of prison, and depending on the staffing levels, you can spend up to 24 hours locked up a day. You know what I mean? Strange ways for me, 23-hour bang up for me there, 23-hour bang up. Brutalising prisoners. Does it aid rehabilitation? No. Well, rehabilitation is a made-up word anyway. It's a politician's word. It doesn't exist. Then you've got and you want to demonise them and brutalise them and stuff, and it's not conducive to rehabilitation, nor does it act as a deterrent. All that simply does, guys, in a nutshell, honestly, it creates monsters, right? And then you get brutalised conditioned. The longer you're in, family relationships break down, you might lose your accommodation, all this sort of stuff, and then you get kicked out of the door with £46 and demanded to act like a law-abiding citizen. Ain't gonna go down like that though, is it? You know what I'm saying? Right? If you treat people with respect and dignity in prison and turn prisons into places that are based solely on rehabilitation, we stand more chances as a society to get more out of them prisoners than we do locking them up. They're developing mental health issues, right? When you go to prison, if you haven't already got mental health issues when you land, and a lot of people have, diagnosed or otherwise, right? You develop mental health issues, right? Locked behind your door for sustained amounts of time, away from your family, your loved ones and stuff, creates mental health issues, right? If you go to prison with severe health problems, sadly and tragically, the chances are you're going to leave prison in a body bag. If you need ongoing help, say you've got cancer and you need to have chemo or radiotherapy or something, and you go to prison, chances are you're going to die. And I'm sad to say that, but it's a reality of what's going on. But the thing is with most prisoners, most people, right, what we do in this country, sadly and tragically, is we see the offences, right, and then we want to punish the offence. But we keep waiting until it gets to that stage where they've committed stupid amounts of crime, and then we punish them, we send them to prison. How about addressing the root cause of offending? You don't keep waiting for it to get this high and then punish it. Just go straight to the source, right? Poverty, social and economic deprivation plays a huge part in society. I mean, fucking hell. Back in like centuries and centuries ago, Aristotle himself said, poverty is the parent of crime and revolution, right? It's as true today as it was back then, right? And more people born into abject poverty, more people with mental health issues. Like I say, when this Brexit shit goes down, yeah, say we go on it, like there's going to be all this talk of a general election, if we don't, because people are going to try and block us leaving with a no deal. Say we go out on a no deal, say that it doesn't trigger a general election and a vote of no confidence, right? If we leave on a no deal, more of these manufacturing companies are going to pull out of the country, right? The pound's going to crash, right? People are going to be worse off. Not those rich bastards. No. The people at the bottom, right? The people on the breadline, they're going to suffer, right? People are going to lose their jobs. More people are going to be pushed into poverty and austerity. Hold on. Lucy Mew's murderer is in prison. Do you know what? I don't know that much about the case and stuff, but at the end of the day, there was a kid that I know that was in prison when he was first remanded and stuff like that. But yeah, just fucking scumbags, mate. Absolute scumbag. But the thing is, these people end up on protection, right? Protection wings are not just full of, hold on. Yeah, so like I say, people that end up in prison that are convicted of these sorts of heinous fucking crimes, right? They end up on protection, right? Or in the segregation unit for their own safety. Now, VP wings or vulnerable prisoner wings, they're not just full of rapists, paedophiles, child murderers. No, 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 no. You get deadheads and stuff, people that put themselves on protection. You've got, like, you might get former police officers, former prison officers, even gang members that, like, they're just in fear for their own life. And they'll go on protection. So, like I say, the chances of that person getting done in are quite slim, but it is known that some people put themselves on protection to try and get that person done in. So it is what it is. But sadly and tragically, if I was in charge of the prisons, I would rid the wings. I would integrate sexual offenders, rapists, pedos, child murderers, integrate them into general population, and I would have prison justice. Prison justice. If you go to prison, there was a guy in Leeds prison, I think he was from Wakefield, went to prison for killing a baby, shaking and killing a baby, went to prison, went into general population. What happens to child murderers in prison? He was murdered. This is what goes down in jail and stuff, right? I think the families of victims that have been murdered, or women or children or rapists and paedophiles, I think their family would be quite happy with the fact that if protection wings were taken away and these people that committed these heinous crimes, like Lucy McHugh's murderer, would be integrated into society, into general population, and whatever went on would go on. But the facts are, every time he was unopened, they would get attacked. But obviously, unfortunately, here in the UK, we've got prison, you've got OP, own protection, you've got VP, vulnerable prisoners, and like I say, these people are protected in the system, and it's sad to see because they should be done in. Sexual offenders and stuff like that, for me, rapists and stuff, paedophiles, especially paedophiles, you can't rehabilitate them. Look at Venables, John Venables. He abducted and killed little James Bulger, right? And then he went through the prison system. He got out. He was caught with indecent images of children. He then went back to prison for indecent images of children. And yet he's still got an anonymity order, easy for me to say, in place. The facts are they're protecting one man over the whole wider society. And it's disgusting. And like I say, when it comes to if you go to prison sexually attracted to women, you will leave sexually attracted to women. If you go to prison sexually attracted to men, you will leave sexually attracted to men. If you go to prison with an unhealthy interest and a sexual, like, get sexual gratification from indecent images of children or actually abusing children, the longer they are in the prison system, the more their feelings intensify, and then they're released, right? Because unless they've got a smartphone in prison, they can't access these indecent images of children. So they've got to wait, and then they've got all this urge built up and stuff. And normal pornography that you can buy in the canteen doesn't do anything for them. So they need to look at these indecent images of children. So then they get out, and that's when they go on to reoffend. And for me, they should never be released. I really, really don't think they should be released. The cure for a nonce, a fucking 1 foot rope off a 6 foot drop. It's as simple as that. You cannot fucking rehabilitate them. And then you get all these, how many times have we watched these paedophile hunters guys, right, on social media, and they catch a kid, and it's the second time they caught him, it's the third time they caught him. Fucking ridiculous, man. Yeah, like I say, simple fucking, you cannot use, right, castrate them. You cannot use what is not there. Saw me on TV yesterday. I wasn't on TV yesterday. I was on Monday. I was on Good Morning Britain on Monday, and then ITV National News on Monday. But It's fucked, bro. It's absolutely the system's fucked, bro. Kids that should go to jail like these nonces, bro. There's a story recently, right? A police officer with 9,000 indecent images of children. You know what I'm saying? Crazy shit, man. But the system's fucked, and like I say, prison creates more problems than it solves. But unfortunately, in this country, we've got this bullshit fucking like populist Tory rhetoric of we're tough on crime and stuff like that. No, no, no. Right? You haven't got a fucking clue. It's a very short-sighted, knee-jerk reaction just to think that prison's the first and final answer. Right? It's how, like I say, rather than making prisoners out of our students, let's make students out of our prisons consistently across the board. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping to get down on a visit soon because a friend of mine is he's in Forest Bank, and he's actually had to go on protection. His brothers and sisters perished in a fire that was started deliberately by four cowards. One of them turned grass. The other three got sentenced. He he's got behavioural problems. His head fell off. He was in the house when the house was set ablaze. He jumped out the window with his mate. He tried to boot the door in, but the mum knew there was going to be a potential petrol bomb attack on the house. Barricaded the back of the front door, and four children perished. And he's now in prison because he kept pulling knives on people, knocking around with his friends. He saw his brothers and sisters pulled out of a house, and his mother. His mother survived with 70-degree burns. God bless her. He saw his brother and three of his sisters brought out from the fire dead. He lost his head. He's ended up in prison. He's currently on remand. I've written to the kid. I'm going to send him some dough. I need to get down and see him on a visit because apparently he's not getting visits as well. So I need to go and see him and try to mentor the kid and just say, look, like, I want to chat to the kid as well, and just chat to the kid and like support somebody. People that are supporting somebody in prison, right? If you are supporting somebody in jail, right? I know it sounds mad and people might not think I'm talking bollocks, right? But like, if you're supporting someone in prison, you are saving that person's life. Imagine if you was to take away the love and support of that person, right? It's prison's a dangerous place, right? Not physically, not just emotionally, but fucking like psychologically. If you take your support away from your loved one in prison, right, and leave them with no support, they start to because they start to think, they start to overthink, they start to overanalyze and stuff like that. And what flows from that is depressive, is self-harm thoughts or actual self-harm, thoughts of suicide or sadly and tragically suicide. Mental health services in prison are just scary. It's scary how bad it is. But like I say, if you're supporting somebody in prison, I've got nothing but love and respect for you. You might like me, you might hate me. I can't give a shit. If you're supporting someone in jail, I've got nothing but respect and love for you because it's the hardest thing in the world to do, bro. It's expensive. It's very time consuming. But what you need to remember is that whilst that person's in prison, you are the light at the end of their tunnel. I'm looking like a former Guantanamo Bay prisoner. Oh yeah, bro. Tommy Robinson's gonna be murdered by the state, bro. We know that. You know what I'm saying? He's last time I checked, he was in Belmarsh. But yeah, Tommy will end up being murdered by the state, brother. But like I say, yeah, if you're supporting someone in prison, or if you're in a relationship with somebody in prison, if you're in a relationship with a prisoner, right, and that relationship survives that, then your relationship can survive absolutely anything because the stress and pressure that is put on a relationship by a prison sentence is absolutely monumental. It's like no roller coaster you will ever ride in your life. When you end up in prison, you become more paranoid, you become more possessive, you become more jealous. We, as men, I'm not talking for women prisoners, but for men, we've got this whole defense mechanism as, oh, you get on with your life, forget about me, don't waste your time on me, I'm never getting out, I'm going to get lifed off, blah, blah, blah. And it's a defense mechanism because some kids go to jail and they have to be in a relationship, and the relationship keeps their head on the shoulders. Other kids, I've seen other kids walk away from the relationship because up here, psychologically, it's going to fuck them up. And they can't trust them, and they're jealous and they're possessive, and they will walk away from a relationship just so that they can get their head straight in jail. And it's sad that's sad to see that. I always say to people, never, if you're in prison, you're on the phone and it's a prison phone and you haven't got a mobile, don't go to bed on an argument. Never. Never go to bed on an argument. If you're in a relationship with a prisoner and you've got kids with that prisoner, don't use your kids as a weapon. It's fucking disgusting. Right? Whilst that person's in prison, it's dangerous. And like I say, we do this all, as men, we do this all macho thing. Oh, prison doesn't bother us, blah, blah, blah. Prison fucks with your head, mate. Tell you straight. I try to break down these, as cons, we do this all, oh yeah, big and hard, do me jail standing on my head. Yeah, you can do your jail. But if you're being honest, psychologically, emotionally, it fucks with your head. And it does, of course it does, but we don't talk about it. And I like to break it down and stuff, right? I'm nobody. I am nobody, right? I'm just another kid, right? There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of us that have been through the system, isn't there? You know what I'm saying? But the longer you are in, the worse the problem becomes, because whilst you're inside, like I say, family relationships break down, you might lose your accommodation, you might lose, your family might walk away from you, your missus might walk away from you, your missus might stop bringing the kids up, you might develop mental health issues if you haven't already got them, and believe me, many of them have. So yeah, the problem just resonate in your mind and stuff, and it doesn't sound like a punishment, does it? Oh, you're locked in prison away from your friends and your family and your loved ones and stuff. Doesn't sound like a punishment, does it? It fucks with your head, mate, psychologically, emotionally, and not just for the prisoner as well, but for the prisoner's family. When I first went to jail, I was thinking to my mum and that, I thought, you don't know what I'm on. You don't know this ride that I'm on, right? When I'm like the ups and the downs and the fucking psychological shit you go through and stuff, the turmoil you go through in your head, right? Because when you're in prison, there's only so much daytime TV you can watch and pad workouts you can do and whatever before you start to dwell and think and overthink and stuff, right? And I thought to myself, you don't know what I'm fucking going through. But then when you see it, when you've been through the system a few times, you actually think, well, hang on. You are there. The prisoner's family are locked in that roller coaster, in the same carriage. Bam. That when you're up, they're up. When you're down, they're down. You know what I'm saying? They worry about, you might be the biggest lad on a wing. You might be the most handiest bastard going. Your family, every time they read about violence, if they read a story about a prisoner being attacked at that jail that you're in, they're thinking it's you that's had your head fucking, your wig split open or something. So this is the thing, man. It's fucked, seriously fucked. The whole system's fucked. But like I say, the longer you're in prison, the harder, the worse the problem becomes for society. But society want to lock us up, brutalise us. But what they don't fucking think, because they're stupid and they're ill-informed and they believe the shit that's in the papers, that prisons are like Butlins with bars and holiday camps and shit. Can you have a laugh in jail? 1,000,000%, right? Drugs, mobile phones, tobacco, readily available, right? But when you've got contraband, you've got debt. Where you've got debt, you've got fear, intimidation, bullying and violence, right? We've seen record levels of assaults and self-harm in our prisons. It's a matter of time before we see record levels of suicides, sadly and tragically. What's going on in our prisons is a fucking humanitarian crisis of the highest order, but no one gives a shit. And all these idiots that haven't got a clue, that live on the right side of the tracks, that want to, yes, just brutalise them, lock them up, throw away the key. The problem with that is brutalising prisoners, 99% of them, unless serving a whole life tariff, which means they're never eligible for parole, they're going to be reintroduced into society at some point. It's how we treat them whilst they're in prison, which will ultimately dictate and determine how they act upon release. Brutalising prisoners doesn't act as a deterrent, nor does it aid rehabilitation. It creates fucking monsters. With fewer police on the streets right now, it's a criminal's paradise. It's a green light for criminals across the board to commit offences, right? The system's as broken as those that are entering it and those that are leaving it. Go to prison on a short stretch, say a long stretch, obviously, but we know about long stretches, but go to prison on a short sentence, you've got no sentencing plan. Let's say you've got your own like house or flat or something. Unless you've got a shitload of money behind you because you're a career criminal and you've earned some serious dough, you can't afford to pay your bills. Let's say you're on benefits, your benefits stop, you're in prison, you lose your accommodation, you know you're losing your house. You then start to take drugs as a coping mechanism to escape the reality of what's just happened, that you've lost your home and your accommodation and you're going to be homeless upon release. You take drugs to alleviate the boredom. You peer pressured into taking drugs. You spite. Do you know what I mean? All these sorts of things. You then develop, let's say, spice. Right? Spice is a super addictive drug. It's the drug of choice for many prisoners. You start taking the drugs. Right? You become reliant upon the drug. You turn into a scumbag. You're stealing. You're robbing from your fucking mates, pad mates, whatever. Right? When you eventually leave prison, you've got nowhere to live. Your family have walked away from you. You've got a drug habit. You leave prison with £46. You go and score spice. Go and get your head down in a fucking doorway somewhere. It's inevitable that you've got to commit crime to feed that habit. The system's broken, guys. So fucking bad. I don't know nothing. I'm a thick, uneducated street kid. People don't listen to people like me. What do I know? Do you know what I mean? I was lucky, man. I was lucky. I had a support network in place. And I've worked very hard on myself, the person that I was, the person that I am. And it's been a transitional period and stuff. It's very hard to come out of prison as a career criminal, right? Loving money, right? And making money. It's not having a pot to piss in. It's hard. And money talks, as well. You know what I'm saying? Really, really does. And like, when you've taken that shortcut and you've earned criminal money, and then I've got no education, I've not got GCSE to my name, I've got no life experience, I can't go back to doing the doors because I've been in fucking jail, right? So I'm going to end up working an unskilled job for minimum wage. And then you look at how much money you can earn criminally, and it's very alluring and stuff. And when you're getting job rejections after job rejection because you've been in jail and you are a con, right? And then there's people offering you criminal money, it's fucking hard, I do agree, yeah, we do need to if you legalise drugs in this prison, if you legalise drugs in this country, right, you're taking away money from the drug dealers. I know Kyle's prison number and all that, bro. I've wrote to the kid. I've wrote a script. I'm trying to I told him on a letter, I said, get me a VO, sharpish, I'll come down and check you. And then he wrote back to me, and then he said he didn't tell me that he had he didn't tell me, he didn't put a VO in. So I was like, so I don't know. When you're in prison, time goes so slow, 1,000,000%. Right? If you're a cleaner, and I tell everyone that goes to prison, if you're able to apply for a job, apply for the job. In prison, the seconds feel like minutes, the minutes feel like hours, the hours feel like days, the days feel like weeks, the weeks feel like months, the months feel like years, the years feel like decades. Child poverty and general poverty and austerity will create a wave of hungry young criminals. They are, 1,000,000%. And do you know what the sad thing is it's government, right, that are making all these decisions. The state of this country, guys, is down to politics, political decisions. They're residing over people, right? Not all MPs are toffee-nosed little rich wankers, but a lot of them are, right? And people like Boris Johnson, what does he know about struggling? He hasn't got a fucking clue, mate. Youth services have been cut. They're taking hot meals away from school kids, as Foxy B's just hit up there, yeah. Youth services have been cut. 20-odd thousand police off our streets, right? Community police stations closing down. Crimes going unsolved and even uninvestigated, right? And people are surprised at the state of the country. You know what I mean? Yep, social services have cut. The budgets to the criminal justice system, or as I call it, the criminal abuse system, have been cut and slashed and stuff. The courts have closed down. Crown Prosecution Service is fucking stretched. Them wankers. It's just fucked, man. Absolutely fucked, bro. It really is. I'd just like to say as well to my Muslim subscribers, Eid Mubarak for the other day. I think it was Monday. Was it Monday? Sunday? Monday? It was the second Eid of the year. I think, is it Eid Al-Had? Where they go around and they cook food for other Muslim families and homeless people and share the wealth and stuff. So yeah. If there was a general election called tomorrow, I would vote for Labour. But that's just because I hate the Tories, mate. The state of this country, mate, and the state of Tuesday, yeah, man. Shahid, man. Shahid from Huddersfield, from Fartown. I was born over there, man. Yeah, they should. I agree. They should cut. Andy's just deleted his message, but they should cut the MP's wages. I agree. But the problem is with capitalism is the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. the country's going to crash, mate. I see riots. You want the truth? I see riots. I really do see riots. I'm not Muslim, Shaz, bro, but yeah, Eid Mubarak, yeah, for the other day. Oh, you have a good one, yeah. But yeah, people think I'm a convert as well with my beard. People think I'm a convert. What's wrong with being rich? There's nothing wrong with being rich, but when it's like when the rich are getting fucking tax dodges and shit like that, then it's disgusting, right? What we should do, if I was in charge of this country, right, I would be bridging. I would bring up the living wage for people that on the breadline and stuff. I would look after the elderly as well. Like I say, we're too busy focusing on these people that tax avoidance. There you go, Matt Williams. Tax avoidance, guys. People in this country are finding legal loopholes to put the money in offshore accounts so they don't have to pay any tax. Now, I'm not being funny. These people that are after tax dodges, right, are some of the most richest, corruptest fucking people in society. They could wipe their ass on fucking £50 notes for the rest of their lives, and they're always going to live comfortable lives, right? And by taking, and how they do it, right? By these tax dodges taking place, it's us at the bottom of the society that are made to feel like we're the problem. Just because you don't take an interest in politics doesn't mean that politics doesn't take an interest in you. This is the reality, man. Now you spell it fine, Andy. Yeah, you're right in what you're saying, bro. MP should get tax fucking cuts and stuff, and sorry, not tax cuts. I take that back. Have their salaries slashed, 1,000,000%. Set an example. Even though, right, with Corbyn and stuff, right, I know people said he's an IRA sympathiser and all this stuff, he's a pacifist and all this stuff, right? But the reality is that, like, I think that he's a parliamentarian, yeah. He's good. Jeremy Corbyn, and you can check this out online, right? Jeremy Corbyn has got the lowest parliamentary expenses of any MP, right, going. There's a picture of him where he'd been canvassing. He was on a fucking bus, standing up on a London bus. There was a picture of him on a train, standing up on a train as well, right? Politics are what's wrong with this country, guys. The last honest person to enter the Houses of Parliament with honest intentions, Guy Fawkes. Yep, MPs, yep, massive salaries. They're getting free lunches, free travel. They're claiming things on expenses, things that they haven't even got. They've got second homes and all this shit. The system's corrupt, guys. And like I say, it's flawed. The country is run by the rich, for the rich. And then they sit and reside over the common man, people like you and I, the working classes, that they can't relate to. They know nothing of our struggle. As long as they're, like, you've got Boris Johnson talking about tough on crime. The guy's a toffee-nosed fucking middle-class wanker that's probably never experienced crime in his life, privately schooled, lives in Downing Street now, right, where he's got armed police and stuff and massive security operations around him, where he's got MI5, MI6 and stuff, right, at his disposal, looking after him, right? Do you really think he gives a shit about the common man and the working class and the state of knife crime and gun crime? Does he fuck? All these pledges about the 2.5 billion for 20,000 extra police officers, 10,000 new prison spaces, and increase Section 60 stop and searches, right, is a cheap politics move of trying to sway voters, because in the mind's eye, they know there's going to be a general election called. And when it does, Boris will be out of post. And I hope that the Labour Party, and I hope everybody that can vote fucking votes, right? Even if we vote for a fucking Mickey Mouse party, I don't care. But let's get these fucking Tory scumbags out of the way, because what's going on in this country, guys, is disgusting. They haven't got a clue. Like I say, Boris Johnson's talking about prison. The guy sat there thinks that a man swallowed a Kinder egg. If you see how wide that is, you'd fucking choke on it. But like I said, so that's inside the person. Like, yeah, mate. Right. And then he's like, so he's ingested that. No, mate. He's lugged it up his foot. He's put it in his prison pocket for safekeeping, so he can shit it out, and then he can make some fucking dough, mate, off that fucking tobacco. Yeah, mate. Fucking idiots, mate. Absolute clueless wankers. Love you, Coda. I don't know who you are, Lord. I have no idea. I don't know who you are, but bless you. I don't know. But like I say, guys, anybody that's been in prison, what I need to do as well, I need to interview people that are leaving jails as well. I need to start interviewing people. If I had a camera, right, if I had a proper camera and a proper laptop, like a laptop and a proper camera, right, I would I would definitely be outside prisons, meeting families, meeting prisoners, leaving jail, saying, right, let me do an interview with you. What's the system currently like? How would you change the system? What's the faults with the system? Does the system work? Does prison work? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, thank you for that, Laura. Bless you. The channel's shit, but respect. Thank you for that. But like I say as well, with this 2.5 billion for these 20,000 extra coppers and the 10,000 prison spaces, right? Like what you've got to think of is like it works out the average of 20,000 police officers. I think it equates to about 155 average of about 155 officers per per force, right? And that's over 3 years. So 2.5 billion over 3 years for 10,000 extra prison spaces, and 10,000 extra prison spaces and 20,000 officers, right? Over 3 years, right? What that equates to, guys, is that's over 3 years. In the same 3 year period, right? Reoffending is going to cost the taxpayer 40.5 to 45 billion pounds a year annually. So the 2.5 billion is really a drop in the ocean. Marty Wilkes, Marty, are you the same kid? You're the nurse guy, aren't you? That was on charges and got nits and stuff on that bullshit fucking stitch up with the feds, weren't it? Yes, yes, yes. How you doing, Marty? All right, Marty. What I want to do with you, bro? Do me a favor. Get my number. If you still got my number, right? Because I know we spoke. Right, hit me up, right? I want to interview you for the channel if you're up for it. But like I say, bro, I'm nobody yet. This is the thing, yeah. It's what it's about. I'm nobody, right? What people see, right? Well, this is what frustrates me with this channel, right? People see the interviews, they see all the TV appearances and all that bullshit, right? But what they don't see is what I do away from the channel, right? What we do is, what I'm trying to do is I want to build a network. This is what I'm after doing, building a network. I'm nobody, but I want to build a network with prisoners' friends, prisoners' families. And what I want to do is I want to show the corruption of the prison service and what's going on in our jails. I also want to give prisoners a voice and prisoners' families a voice. We're doing that in a way anyway. But what I want to do is I want to keep the pressure on the Ministry of Justice, because if we keep the pressure on the system and we keep giving prisoners a voice and we keep giving prisoners' families a voice, what it's going to do is we're going to build something powerful, and we can help each other and we can advise each other and we can support each other. And that's what it's about for me, because supporting someone in prison, right, if you've got a great family around you, it's fantastic. But if you've not, and you're struggling and you're supporting someone in jail and you've got no one to talk to, this is what this channel's about. Right, I want to interview prisoners' girlfriends, prisoners' mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters. I don't care. I want to interview people like that and say, right, how hard is it to go and support somebody in prison? How expensive? How much is it a month, per week, per year? Right? How far do you travel? How do you get there? What is his mood like? When he's up, you're up. When you're down, he's down. Right? How do you deal with that? Do you know what I mean? And this is the thing. It's not about me. I'm irrelevant. I'm fucking nobody. I'm not an expert on fuck all. I'm an expert in my own life. But what I want to do is I want to build something where, and I do believe it, the more I do this and the more, like when I was down at the TV thing the other day, I met some nice people. I did a bit of networking, as you call it, make some great names and stuff, met some great people and met some great contacts. And then what it is, it's about networking, right? If you've just recently got out of prison, hit me up. I can get you news interviews. I can get you documentaries. I can get you, do you know what I mean? I can earn you some till for that. You can get contributor fees and stuff like that. I've only just learnt this, but you can get contributor fees. If you do documentaries, you can actually earn some money. So there's ways and means for there. So if you're getting paid and you get to speak out and sound off about the system, surely that's a good thing. Let's give prisoners a voice. The prison system hate the fact that I get stories out about prison. They hate it, right? It's not just me. I'm just one person. Other people get stories out, right? And this is the thing. If you were supporting somebody in prison, right, and they ring you and tell you, right, oh yeah, babe, right, yeah, mate, just to let you know, a kid strung up last night. Ask the name, the cell, as much information, the wing, the circumstances, if you can get me as much information from inside a prison as you can, we can then confirm it with the Ministry of Justice, with the media, and we can get stories out. What are you talking? What are you talking? Secure training centres, yeah, for kids. It's disgusting what's going on to kids in jail. Who's that then? Stephen G. Steve G there, right? So I agree with what you've just said about you've watched the program you've watched, right? And it's available for guys to watch on Netflix. It's called, I think it's called The World's Most Dangerous Prisons, right? But this prison isn't dangerous at all. It's called Halden Prison. It's a maximum security facility in Norway, and it's about 15 miles away from the Swedish border, right? And right here in the UK, the prison system, it costs about £40,000 a year to house a prisoner, right? If you change that to this Halden prison in Norway, your 40k becomes 120k. 120 grand's a hell of a lot of money, isn't it? 3 times what it costs to house 3 prisoners in the UK, right, is for 1 prisoner in the Norwegian Halden prison, right, the maximum security facility. That pays dividends though when the Halden prison is, the prison is based solely on rehabilitation. That pays dividends, guys, right? £140,000 a year, which sounds a hell of a lot of money. It pays for itself when Norway has got the lowest reoffending rates of any country in the world at just 30%. But this is the thing. Other prisons in Europe, guys, are closing. They're changing the model. The Norway's prison is about rehabilitation. Not all of them. I don't think it's all of them, but Halden prison particularly, maximum security prison in Norway, 140 grand a year, 30% reoffending rates, because they're throwing skills training, education at the kids. When they leave prison, they're acting as a bridger and a broker between them and employers, so they leave with a job and prospects and somewhere to live. It's not fucking rocket scientists. Why are you not in the bath? Oh, I'm stopped doing them fucking videos, Laura. Would I like a job in the prison service? No. I'd be corrupt. I tell you straight, I'd be corrupt. Yeah, I can imagine Irish prisons, what Irish prisons would be like. How much shampoo do you use? Sarcastic bastard. Obviously not much, because I'm bored as a motherfucker. Serious question. I do get food in my beard, to be honest. It is a bit, to be honest, I'm going for a beard trim tomorrow. So, because the thing is, it's like, you've got all this shit going on. But the thing is, I need it doing there. I need cutthroat because it's like under there. Oh, it's fucked. So I need to get my beard trimmed up and stuff. If you want to donate to my channel, go to my description. My PayPal's in the description as well if you want to donate to my channel and stuff. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get a proper camera. I'd like to get proper editing software so I can bring, because the thing is, me keep talking is getting fucking boring. I've got a prison officer that I'm going to be interviewing for the channel, served 20 odd years as a prison officer. I'm going to be interviewing him for the channel, talking about why he joined the prison service, how the experience of being a prison officer affected him physically, emotionally and psychologically. Also how he would change the system, how the job changed over the years, what advice would you give to somebody potentially thinking about joining the prison service. So I'm going to be doing an interview with a prison officer. I'll just do it on the phone and then I'll crop it, edit it, and I'll bring it to you guys. I'm looking for other prisoners that have recently finished the sentence to come on the channel. Ian Huntley is not on the same wing as Tommy Robinson, I don't think. I think that last time I heard, Huntley was in Franklin, I believe Franklin or Wakefield, and Tommy's in Belmarsh. And Tommy's probably, is Tommy in the seg? Tommy in the segregation unit? I don't think Tommy is in the same prison as him, as Huntley. No. You must miss the good crack with the lads in jail. Yeah, defo. Like, this is the thing, yeah. Like I say, we as men we do the whole macho thing of prison's easy, this and that. Right, but yeah, prison. I did, and you also have the bad times. But I had some laughs in jail. Some of the funniest times of my life in jail. I also contemplated suicide in prison. So it's bittersweet. But when I left the prison, when I actually left the jail, I actually felt incredibly guilty because there was kids there that were missing the kids and weren't like was dealing with it, but were putting a brave face on it and stuff, right? But like when I was leaving the jail, right? So obviously you know when you're gonna get out. So I've gone down for my breakfast, gone back up, started to pack all my stuff away, um, pulled all my boxes out of my food and everything from under the bed. Um, Started to share that amongst the cleaners and stuff because I was on the cleaners on my last stretch. Um, just swapping numbers and keeping in contact with the boys and like hugging each other and stuff. Like we'd gambled together, we'd showered together, we'd ate together, we'd done the gym together, we worked together. Do you know what I mean? We spent a lot of time together and we wound each other up and got on each other's tits a lot of the time. But at the same time, when one of us was down, we'd come together and we'd pick that lad up and we'd lift his spirits and his mood. We dug each other and stuff like that, saying goodbye. And I was buzzing to be going home, but at the same time, I was deviled because I was leaving the boys behind and stuff, like a little family. And I was the black sheep of my family, you know what I'm saying? So, and then one of the boys, Esky boy, right, my boy, right, I went down to the red badge and said, listen, Soza, so get me off here now, I want to go home. He said, no problem, sir, you can take your bag and you can go. So I grabbed my bag. I wanted to, because it was Friday, I wanted to get out in the first group, right? So he said, because I busted my bollocks on a wing working, he was like, yeah, you can go. So one of the boys, I said to one of the screws, I said, can he carry my bag down to the main? So he said, yeah, to reception. So he carried my bag, and then I could have carried it, but he wanted to carry it. And then he had a tear in his eye and stuff, and I had a tear in my eye. Weird, isn't it, what prison does to you, you know? But then when you're in the holding cell and everyone else is coming in from all the other wings and stuff, and you start to get a bit like, we're going home, and you're buzzing and stuff, and like you've got to go probation, and you want to go and get a shower, and you want to go and get an haircut, and you want to go and grab some brekkie. I went to probation on the last one, got out, went to probation. They weren't ready for me. Got a scran, got a brekkie and that with my ma. Had a breakfast. My stomach had shrunk, so I couldn't eat it all, even though I like got a big fat breakfast, couldn't eat it all. Went back to probation, dealt with that, and then I wanted to get a shower. I wanted to get fucking out of my like clothes and just wanted to feel fresh. And I went for some food with my ma. Went out, seen friends, seen family. Went for food and stuff, which was my treat for my mum for all the like everything she'd done for me. Get back on my social media. I had to do a video for you guys, things like that. So yeah, just. But prison, you do have a good time, and you do have bad times, and you do have sad times, and you do have a laugh. But it's the psychological effect is fucking massive, and anyone that says otherwise is a fucking liar. Yeah, but you've got to, yeah, 1,000,000%, bro. I agree. It is fucked up, bro. Yeah, Huntley got got a minimum tariff. Fellows, for those that don't know, Mark Fellows was convicted of the Gangland murders of Paul Massey and John Kinsella in the past couple of years. He's given a whole life tariff. Now, a whole life tariff, for anybody that doesn't know, if you're an American subscriber of mine, a whole life tariff means that they'll never be eligible for parole. I believe it was challenged, and I believe it was denied, which is obviously always going to be the case. But how can a double child murderer not get a whole life tariff, but yet a fucking gangland hitman can get a whole life tariff? It's fucked, innit? What are you saying, Laura Griffiths? I only caught the end of your message then. I don't know this Laura. She just randomly popped up. I don't know who she is. Do you know what, bro? You know, with that whole situation with Fellows and what was his? I can't think what his code. He was called. It's irritating me. What's he called? Fellows and what was his code? He called. I can't think. You know, I can't think. Cody was Boyle. Yeah, and one of the big problems with that whole case was, and that fucked him up, Stephen Boyle. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. The biggest fuck up with that whole thing is when the police raided his gaff. Yeah, he had a smartwatch. He had a smartwatch because he was a long distance runner and athlete, like cyclist and running and stuff like that. And he had a smartwatch on. Now the smartwatch, which he had on when he did the recce of Massey's house and Kinsella's, was actually found in his house, and they downloaded all the stuff off there, and it put him at the scene of the crime. Alongside the facts of ANPR evidence, obviously phones, locations, fucking all that sort of shit. That shot the kid. I think I know what you're talking about, Marty. With that, was that recent? That where he was on trial and stuff. They were being held at Strangeways then. The pic's gone frozen and the voice has gone to mute. Can anybody else hear me? Can anybody hear me? Shaz is saying that the picture's frozen and your voice is gone. All right, sweet. I don't know. Shaz, your phone might be fucked, bro. Yes, man. Right, so yeah, so like I say, but the thing is, yeah, it's fucked, man. It's absolutely fucked, the whole thing, but I don't know. But yeah, anyone that wants to come on the channel and sound off about the system, do it, man. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's speak out. If you're supporting someone in prison, speak out. Let's do it, man. This is the thing. The media are always contacting me for stories. The media are always contacting me to do interviews with people that have just got out of prison, right? So let's do it. Let's network. Let's come together. Let's give prisoners a voice. Let's give prisoners' families a voice. Let's sound off about the system. Let's keep the pressure on the Ministry of Justice, right? This is the thing, man. The beard's fucked, man. Yeah. Do you know what, bro? The thing is with this beard, right? I don't know why, right? It is so thick. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, it is literally like... The thing is, if I shaved it, I look like a fucking young lad. But look, I need to get me... Fuck, man. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get a trim tomorrow. I'm going to get a trim tomorrow. I was going to go today, but I fucked it off. But I'll get a beard trim and stuff. I'll get a cut throat, get it all sorted and stuff, and keep doing what we're doing. But yeah, the channel thing, bro, I lose the love for it, and then I loved it. If Piers Morgan, right, do you know what, yeah? I would have loved to do an interview. One day I will be on TV with Piers Morgan, and me and Piers will go at it, right? Thick like my gal. But yeah, one day I will. The twice I've been on Good Morning Britain now, it's been Richard Madeley. But yeah, Jimmy, I've done Dublin, bro. I went to Dublin in, when did I go to Dublin? 2016, I don't know, 2016 or something. Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, Dublin was amazing, bro. I landed in Dublin from Belfast because I was on the piss on Belfast. Went down to Dublin and just partied around the what's it called, the Temple Bar district, where all the tourists go and stuff. So we ended up there, didn't it? So but yeah, we need to keep doing what we're doing, man. There's loads of vlogs on prison stories that I need to cover. I need to interview people for the channel. Very friendly. Dublin was amazing, mate. The people, the crack. We had a great time, mate. Loved us. We loved them. Ended up in, I think it was Quayside Bar or something, and there was like an acoustic singer. I was with a mate of mine, right, and this acoustic singer was singing all these songs, right. And he said, if you pay me €1, he said, I'll play whatever you want me to play. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, so he's throwing euros at this kid, mate. And I was like, sing Oasis, sing this, sing that, right? And it was like the middle of the day. I was steaming. I'm not a big drinker, but I was steaming. And I was throwing money at him. I said, listen, play Oasis, play Oasis. He's like, all right, I'll play Oasis after this one. Do you know what I mean? So he was playing Oasis, right? And I was just singing dead loud with my mate. The whole bar started singing. Everyone was like just sat down bored when we got there, like just taking it all in and stuff. I thought, fuck this, right? So that was it. We changed it up, got very loud, sang our hearts off, was opening the door, people were coming in, and we're just rocking out to fucking Oasis, man. Liverpool game's gone to pens. I've not even watched it, you know. I hope Liverpool beat them. Fucking, I like Klopp. I tell you what, if I had to support a Premiership team, I would support Liverpool. And I'm a mank. But I support Oldham, as you can probably see. my little team. This is the new away shirt for the 2019-2020 season. But yeah, this beard is unbelievable. It's so thick, guys. If I was to sit, you see beards, right, and they're looking all thingy. This is, honest to God, it's like, I can't even tell you. It's so fucking thick. It's really, really thick. Bit like me, but it's getting longer and longer and stuff, and just is what it is. You wish you had a beard like that. You'd probably be very, very single, Laura, if you had a big beard. If you're a bird and you got tits and a big beard, baby, you'd probably be very, very single. No, it's not. This isn't. This is just like, it's not. I've not put beard oil through it or anything. It's fucked. But I need to, like, when I get it all cutthroat and stuff and tapered in and faded and all like this shorter and then it gets gradually longer and all thingy and me cutthroat and stuff. It is like wire. It is really thick. Really, really thick. You got Scottish blood? Nah, bro. Like fucking Braveheart though, mate. Aye, I can't stand it. No, but yeah, no, I'm not Scottish. People think like, I don't know. I tell you what, I seem to attract as well. Right? I seem to attract a lot of just shave it off. I'm keeping my beard. Yeah, I've got a beard like that, Laura. But yeah, the beard thing's fucked, bro. Manchester through and through. What do you mean? Anyone that needs to contact me, if you go onto my description on my channel, you go onto my Facebook, you go onto my Twitter, my number's there. My mobile number, you've got my social medias on there and stuff. A lot of people add me on Facebook, right? But I'm very protective of my Facebook because obviously friends and family are on there. I'm not like one of these idiots that like, I don't want thousands and thousands of fucking like people on my Facebook. Find it very strange. You don't know who these people are. So yeah, got it. But when it comes to Twitter and stuff, Instagram, I don't really use Insta. I use it sparingly, but I don't really bother with it. But Chelsea 2 games, 2 losses. Liverpool win. I do like Klopp though. I definitely do like Klopp. I think it's gonna. I'm interested to see how United go on this season. Cody is struggling with me on live. What do you mean? Why would I be struggling, Laura? I'm not. I don't know who you are. Yeah. But the reason that I grow a beard, right, is right. What it was, yeah, I'll tell you straight. So what happened was, no, I don't have Xbox or PlayStation, but I used to back in the day. So what it is with a beard, right? I always used to grow it, and I get a bit longer. It started at stubble, and then I get longer. Yeah, I've heard of Maggie, bro. Yeah, Maggie Khan. Yeah, Birmingham, Bradford gangster. Yeah, and I'll grow the beard, and then I get it to a certain point. I'd say I'm gonna grow it, and then I go into the bathroom, shave it all off, right? Then I kept growing it again, and I was like, I'm gonna keep growing it and growing it, and then I shave it off, and then it kept growing, and then I grew it. The last time I grew it, I shaved it. Someone said to me, "You look like a tramp," right? And you know what I did? I actually went back and I actually shaved it. I just cut it all off, and I was absolutely fuming, right? So then this time I said I'm not gonna shave it, so I keep growing it and growing it and growing it. I'm gonna have a big fuck off Viking beard, bro. Are you not entertained? But yeah, a bit like fucking. No, I don't think he didn't really have a fucking beard, did he? Gladiator, Russell Crowe. But yeah, Someone else asked me if I was Scottish. Have you got Scottish blood in you now? I was like, fucking no, mate. Can't stand that. But yeah, French is good. I spoke to Frenchie. What did I speak to Frenchie about? What did I speak to Frenchie about? Oh, I spoke to Frenchie because there was a documentary on that we was on, and he didn't know he was on it, so I let him know, and then we just had a catch up and stuff. I would never say you were Scottish. I had nothing against Scottish people, but like, yeah, just I can't stand that, mate. I fucking don't know what you're talking about. I don't like it. Cody is a Viking. Nah, I'm just a big fucking dope. But like I say, Maximus gingerbearded man, ridiculous. But yeah, but yeah. Like I say, anyone that's just got out of jail or something, yeah, Just get on me, man. Just hit me up. My number's there for people. A few. It's probably about 2 months ago now, right? My number was on my channel, right? And an old lady. She wasn't old. I think she was 69, 59, 69. She took my number off my YouTube channel, which I don't know how she knew how to use it all. She rang me, and I was like, I didn't answer actually. It went to voicemail, and she left me a little voicemail saying, "Oh, she's dead nice, dead polite. She's from Manchester, right? And her son had been in prison. He used to be a leader of a well-known gang up here, right? And he ended up in jail, right? And she rang me about prison. I spoke to her, I rang her back, and then she was talking about prison and stuff. And then she just started talking about herself, and I think she was a bit lonely and a bit depressed and stuff. So we had a good 2.5 hour chat, man. As you can tell, I don't shut up, so I love random chats like that. So if anyone wants to hit me up, talk to me, you got someone in prison, fucking, my number's in my description, on the channel, mobile number, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that shit. So if you want to hit me up, feel free to do so. Always happy to hear from new people. It's about networking. It's about coming together. It's about giving prisoners a voice, prisoners' families a voice. Let's do it. Oh, my neck. Cracking my neck. You work for Sodexo, but what? Sodexo Justice Services or just Sodexo was like... Sodexo obviously got a big thing, yeah. Yeah, of course you get prank calls, bro. You get fucking idiots and stuff like that. Sometimes I block withheld numbers, but then you get journalists ringing you on withheld numbers and stuff like that, so... You work at Durham. Taz, take my number. If you actually work at Durham, yeah, take my number off my channel, bro. Any stories, feel free to hit me up, bro. You'll remain 100% anonymous, and I'll get the story out there as well if there's any stories about Durham. You've lived an eventful life. Do you have any regrets? Personality, it seems everything that happened as you turn into a proper nice geezer. Do you know what, bro? I've made so many fucking mistakes. So many mistakes. But and I've made a lot of fuck ups in my life. I've made a lot of good decisions. I've been the one thing I can always look myself in the mirror for, and I can pride myself on, and I can hold my hand on my heart, is I was always loyal. Always loyal. If I'm in a relationship, I'm loyal. If I'm friends with you, you know that I've got your back and I'm loyal. And anyone that I've ran with and been involved with will tell you I'm loyal. A lot of people don't like me, but I thought it's from an asshole. I genuinely would fart. But like, I can't say I regret anything because, like, I believe, right. I had a bad past, like we all have, right. Like we all have. We've had bad past and stuff, right. I had an horrific childhood. I ran away from home. I was sexually abused. I was bullied relentlessly. Yeah, I just, yeah. And I used to drag it. It used to own me. It used to walk me like a dog on a lead, my past. And I was quite unhinged, I'll be honest with you. I was very, very angry, very bitter, very twisted, right? And then one day I came to the conclusion that, like, I can't change yesterday. It took a long time. And I realized, I thought, you know what? This thing that's eating away at me, that's caused my anger issues, amongst other things, it's killing me. And I can't move forward with my life because I'm always looking fucking back. And I lived in the past a lot. And when I let that go and I embraced it and I learned that it was part of me and to accept it because I can't change it, and I started to walk my past on a lead, it set me free. I'm actually a good kid. I talk way too much. I've got my heart's in the right place now. I'd do anything for anybody. In the past, I was loyal. Well, I've always been loyal. But like, I used to be looking out for other people, and they was looking out for themselves because there's a lot of selfish pricks in the world. You understand? But yeah, I've changed a lot. I adapt myself differently. I think differently. I project myself differently. I speak at unis, speak at schools, do all this YouTube stuff. I spend hours on the phone to people away from YouTube, right? Setting up interviews with journalists and media and doing conference calls and fucking reaching out to people and people reaching out to me and speaking to people that are depressed or might be suicidal or people that are worried that the other halves in prison are going to top themselves, or setting up interviews for friends or families of prisoners, or being on TV myself or doing other interviews. Yes, Taz. Whoever just said Taz, Taz Tanza, got your text, brother. Now I've got it. I've got your text. Just come up on the top of my screen. Did anything in particular help me forget my past? No, I just think reflection. I think reflection. Just like I can't. Like I said, guys, I've been involved with gangs, gangsters. I've been homeless twice. I've been in prison 3 times. I've been shot at. Fucking. I don't know if you can see it. I've got fucking stab wounds all over my fucking hands and. You know what I mean? Been stabbed. Been shot at. Been homeless. Was bullied from a kid relentlessly. Was sexually abused. Was locked in my room as a kid. Had to piss and shit in a bucket. Bullied and just always the black sheep of the family. And you know what? It's not a sympathy thing. I don't give a shit about none of that. I'm glad. If you said to me now that people can't get their head around this, right? See if you can gather this, right? So people say to you, if you could go back to your childhood, be born again, be born to a rich family, have everything you've ever wanted, be wrapped in cotton wool, be the center of attention, have everything you've ever wanted, or go back and live exactly the same life, minute for minute, second for second, I'd do it all over again in a heartbeat. I wouldn't change nothing. If you change one moment in my life, one moment, I would not be sat here talking to you guys now. Simple as that. So everything happens for a fucking reason. Every road you have been on leads you to the person you are today. And that's the thing, man. You've got to embrace it, guys. Life is hard. And a lot of people that have been through what I've been through would have strung up, be heroin addicts, pissheads, crackheads, or whatever. I don't know how. I don't know if I'm a strong person or I'm just resilient. I don't know. But I survived it and I'm still here. And I continue to survive. And like I say, I'm nobody though. I'm a fucking idiot. Right? You know what I mean? Just loyal. All I give people is loyalty. Right? And people that are away from YouTube get to know me on a one-to-one level, see a different side of me. On here, I come across quite no sense of humor, no personality, right? Right, this is a good point. Like, ignore what I've just said there. Right, so Cook, Wonny Boy or something, right, has just said, is it ever okay to grass? There are exceptions. I despise police informers, but when it comes to anything to do with children, right, or pedos, rapists, stuff like that, then you can grass until your heart's content, right? But like I said, anything to do with children, anything to do with child abuse, sexual abuse, rape, anything like that, for me, sing like a canary. But that's fine. But yeah, you can, snitches do get stitches, but anything to do with child abuse and stuff like that, then I'm sorry, but I won't class that person as a grass. I wouldn't. Right, what annoys me, you're too modest, which is an admirable trait. No, I'm not. I'm just a realist, babe. I'm a thick, uneducated street kid, right, that's lived a shit life like we all have. My life's no different to any of yours. We've all gone through adversity. It either makes us, breaks us, or like shit goes on. What's your opinion on Irish criminals in the UK? I've been in prison with loads of Irish kids, travellers and stuff like that. Yeah, it just doesn't matter what walk of life you're from. There's good and bad in every society. I like a lot of travellers, man. Oh, I am. I'm thick. I know I'm thick, bro. Like I say, I'm not academically clever, but I'm streetwise smart. So I like travellers. Travellers are good people. Really good people. Naughty as fuck. Not all of them. A lot of them have got morals and manners and principles and stuff. But yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't know if there's going to be a part 2. I don't know. Yeah, but morals and stuff. Like I say, I was dragged up, right? I wasn't raised with morals or manners or principles or respect. I've taught myself those things. I love old people. I've got an affinity and a massive respect for old people. I really respect old people. But yeah, old people are just fascinate me. You sit there, right? We've lived crazy lives, yeah. What's the worst prisoner you've seen in prison? Do you know what, bro? It depends what you mean worse, as in violent or like fucked up or just not giving a shit or, you know what I'm saying, or ruthless. I don't know. There's a lot of kids in the system. There's a lot of kids lost in the system. What the disgraced, like these IPP prisoners that are still locked in the prison, several years over their minimum tariff and are still locked in the system, lost in the system. No hope. You've got kids that have been convicted under joint enterprise, which is a draconian 300-year plus law where kids are just locked up and like it's nothing more than a whodunit. YOs are funny. Yeah, YOs are fucking, yeah, YOs are hard work though. Most violent thing in prison. Bro, I've seen the usual stuff, bro. Kids getting napalm and stuff. Kids getting swilled. Kids getting stabbed up. Kids getting, like, one of the cleaners. There was two of our cleaners. The number one, for those that don't know, the number one's in charge of the cleaners. And another prisoner. They was having a row. We was all sat there having our food. And then he just pulled the knife out and just went bam and smashed it. And it just landed just below his eye and stuff. If that would have gone up a little bit, it would have blinded the kid. The force of the blow would have took his eye. Seen kids throw themselves off balconies. Seen kids shit themselves up, cover themselves in shit. Have I ever been attacked? What we're talking, prison or on the streets? Never been attacked in prison. The only time I've really been attacked, I would say, was when I've been stabbed in the fucking hand and all. I don't know if you can see it on there because it's like because the light and stuff because it's really sharp. But like, I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, no, I was attacked once on a door by 7 lads. I was on my own, and I got jumped. Didn't get knocked out. Didn't get knocked down. But they was all swinging over each other, and I just sort of covered up. I broke my nose, as you can see, it's fucking bent a foot. But my nose had gone. I had a split lip on the inside. I split my lip on the inside, but I didn't get knocked out. I didn't get knocked down. But 7 lads went at me, and then because they was all getting tired punching over me and stuff, and then I managed to clock one and knocked him sparkle, but 7 of them fucking went at me, and that was it. My nose went and I split my lip, and there was a fucking mouse under my eye. That was it. That was the only time I've really been attacked. But if you've got to fight, you've got to fucking fight, haven't you? Right, what's this thing at the top of my screen? It says £9.99p. I don't know what that is. Never seen this. Cody versus fucking bro. Ruiz Jr. bro. It's fire, bro. I like Ruiz. Yeah, what is this? What super chat thing? I don't know what it's about. How do I collect that dough though? I better be able to get that dough off there. Be fuming. Yeah, man. Like I say, I've got people have donated in the past to my PayPal thing, but yeah, I don't know what it is. Cody, is Chris okay from Liverpool? Yeah, bro, he's good. 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 Yeah, man. But yeah, like I say, guys, we're doing what we're doing, man, and I put a lot of time and effort into right with this YouTube shit. Right, I'm nearly at 1,000 videos. In the 1,000 videos, you've got to see, right? Like, I don't know if people remember back in the day, I used to do 3, 4, 5 prison stories a day. I'd read the story. I didn't have a tablet or another phone or anything, so I used to write the story down on paper. 4 or 5 news stories, like could be 3, 4 pages each. I'd write them all down. And then I'd sit here with a piece of paper and read them to you like I'm reading this to you now. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, so like I say, I don't know, man, but I've come a long way. I've become a better talker through this. This channel is watched by journalists. It's watched by prison officers. It's watched by prisoners because I've told these things. My channel's shit, though. I'm a realist. The channel's shit. In the early days, like what to pack for prison and cheapest way to correspond with a prisoner and like postal orders and visiting orders and email a prisoner and reception visits for people that what to pack for prison, how to mentally prepare for prison, can you mentally prepare for prison. All them videos are probably helpful to a few people, to a very small number of people. The rest of the videos are pointless, just my opinions, covering stories. I think a certain way, I speak a certain way. Some people like it, a lot of people don't like it, a lot of people do like it. I can't give a shit. I started this channel because I had a lot going on up here psychologically and I was ready to explode. And then instead of thinking, what I decided to do was I started to do videos and I put my thoughts onto a video and it helped me get the shit that was going on in my head out. And I suffer quite bad anxiety, I'll tell you straight. I do have anxiety. Some people think I've got ADHD. Some people think I've got anxiety. Some people just think I'm a psychopath, sociopath. It is what it is. I don't really care. People want to put labels on you. Let them. Their opinions are not warranted, and if I went to hear from an arsehole, I'd fart. If you like me, great. If you don't, I ain't going to lose no sleep over it. I don't give a shit. Simple, really, innit? I don't know. But I've just had a bad few days. Since I got back from London and stuff, I was fucking knackered. Got back on Monday night, just chilled out, had some downtime and stuff, but yeah. The channel's shit though. I don't know why people like, I think it's just... Wayne Hamilton, pleasure, brother. All the best, man. Thank you for tuning in, bro. Yeah, you guys should all be chilling, man, on a Wednesday night. I don't understand why people tune into the channel. Like, it's baby numbers tonight, like 39 and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? But what do you think happened to Epstein? I think he was murdered, bro. Fucking... He's in prison. He's got nothing to lose, bro. He could have brought everyone down. Your channel has taught me so much. Thank you for that. But yeah, it is what it is, man. I've met some fantastic people. I've spoken to some amazing people through this channel, though. Really, I've spoken to some cool people. And I'm blessed because, like I say, I became like a hermit. I locked myself away. I walked away from my criminal ties, my criminal connections. And I've gone through this mad process over 2.5 years. Fucking hell, Laura Griffiths has not stopped commenting tonight. Bam, 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 bam. Don't know who Laura is. Laura, where are you from? You'll probably get tapped up by some of the boys now, but tell everybody where you're from and you'll probably start getting inbox. It'll probably be Shahib. Telling you, bro. He's Birmingham. Oh, no, I ain't. Shut up, mate. No, I am. Don't do chips and gravy down here, mate. No, I ain't. Do chips and Savile, aye. I was in Birmingham about 2 weeks ago. We went to fucking... Look at Shahib there, straight on it. Look at Shahib. Dirty motherfucker. Look at Shahib now. Told you, mate. Look, yeah, Stour Bridge here, see? We're not just a prison channel here, guys. We are an online dating service that are bringing you the fucking... We don't even know what she looks like. She could be rough as a bear's ass and people trying to get on her, bro. The wonders of fucking YouTube, eh? I don't fucking know, bro. She's not even got a profile picture up. She comes across very cool. Look, this is it now, I think. Every time it turns sexual, and it's always Shahib that's at the centre of it. Shahib will understand what I'm saying with this. No one else will. Shahib's like, ek, do, tres, so, sunny guri pasani yaar. Innit, Shahib? Shahib's like, ek, do, tres, so, sunny guri pasani yaar. Well, Laura's loving it, mate. Laura's loving it. Probably not getting gangbanged by a couple. How many subscribers have I got? It's 15,600 and something. Probably not getting gangbanged by a couple of them. Good luck with that. Back in the real world, prisons are fucked. Cody is quipped. Just, this is the thing, bro, yeah? I'm a married lesbian. I'm a lesbian. Okay. Look at Shahib there. Shahib knows what I was saying then. Ek, do, tres, so, sunny, kuri, pasani, yaar, is Shahib's little mantra. Seems to have a penchant for white girls, does Shahib. Yeah. Bro, this is the thing, bro, yeah. Saying that, though, there's some good-looking lesbians in the world. Can I ask you a question, Laura? No, I've not listened to that podcast, bro. No. I need to. Nigel Haynes, how you going, brother? You all right? Me and Mrs. Laughing. Yeah, right. People keep asking me if I've got Irish blood, if I've got Scottish blood. Like, no, I don't have it, man. I kind of fucking stand it, but no, I haven't it. Tommy Robinson. Oh, Tommy. Do you know what? I For me, the thing is, like when it comes to these like Muslim like grooming gangs and rapist gangs and all this stuff, pedophiles come in every different color, creed, race, and religion there is. People are going to say that Islam isn't a religion; it's an ideology. Anyone that hurts children needs to have their asses handed to them, right? Pedophiles are not just Asian, the white, the black. Do you know what I mean? Chinese, fucking come in every different color, creed, and thingy. But yeah, it's just fucked. Tommy Robinson will be murdered by the state. He's going to end up getting murdered one day. Someone will take exception to what he said, and it'll be an anti-fascist or it'll be an extremist, and they'll end up walking up to him in the street and putting one in his chest. Or the British government will send him to prison, and he'll end up becoming, well, he's currently in prison, as we know, but he will be targeted. Islam in prison, it's a growing religion. The aim of Islam is, like any religion, is to spread the word of Allah, God. If you're a Catholic or a Christian, you will share your thoughts of God. And this is what Muslims do. And it's about like trying to spread the word. Shout out from Egypt. Yes, assalamu alaikum, brother. A friend of mine, he's not in Belmarsh anymore, but used to be on the HSU or the High Security Unit. He was on there with the Hatton Garden Raiders and stuff. Brian Reeder, who sadly and tragically passed away, he was one of the Hatton Garden lads. Hopefully, he managed to spend some of that money before he kicked the bucket. God bless him. That was last year, that I think. Islam, easiest religion to join and the hardest to leave. The Shahada. Do you think that there are nonces in higher society that should be in prison? 1,000,000%. What's up with the religious talk? People are asking me about religion, so we'll talk on it. Tommy Robinson, you can't mention Tommy Robinson without mentioning religion. So that's what we covered. We covered religion. What's the stupid question? About the paedophiles in higher society. Oh yeah, the elites. Of course there's paedophile rings. And look at this Epstein thing, mate. Cody, did you ever get any letters back randomly from the crims you wrote to? Yeah, serial killers mainly. I became pen friends with serial killers, so yeah. Have I ever eaten a Manchester tart? My favourite things to eat, bruv. I love Manchester tarts. They're my favourite. Nonces should have their peanut. I agree, 1,000,000%. Live chats burn dead. I don't know what you mean, bro. So you've asked me if you've ever had a Manchester tart, but you've never had one. More importantly, will Oldham go down this season? Fucking hell. I hope not, bro. I hope not. My fucking team, bro. Love my badge. Yeah, love my team, bro. Absolutely love my team. Love them. We got beat last night. No, Tuesday. We got beat. Yeah, last night. It's going to be a fucking hard season, bro. I want to leave this channel up tonight, this video. I'm not going to delete it. I want to leave it up. But what's this? This super chat thing's fucking crazy. Look at the state of this. What the fuck? Bolton one. Yeah, things are fucking... Was you gutted when Scholesy left? Just because he was a great player when he was at United doesn't mean he was destined to be a good manager. But yeah, I was a bit gutted, yeah. All quiet on the wing tonight. I didn't know that Lee Amos wasn't. Is he actually on hunger strike? HMP Whitemore, Cat A. Would you ever set up your own company to help ex-cons? There's too many out there, bro. There's too many companies out there. People keep hitting my up on my WhatsApp. Whoever just WhatsApped me, I've got it. I don't know what it was, but I've got it. Yeah, do you know what? We might have it bad, bro. We might be a League Two team, Little Oldham, bro. But at least we're not fucking. At least we're not Bolton or Bury, bro. They're on the fucking brink, bro. Buryface getting kicked out of the league. I think their fourth game, cup game, and league games have been suspended. Stay good for your mum. Making me sound like fucking Norman Bates, mate. Yeah, I'm being good. Whatever good is. I sometimes wake up and just want to go on a mad one, though, but I've not done it because I'm trying to be good. I can't tell you how strong this beard fucking is. Like, how Birmingham City, mates. You've got a good striker in Jukovic, whatever he's fucking called. The journalist that I did the interview with on the news, he's a West Brom fan, him. Cool guy. Surfing Tangents. Right, I feel like there's a little lesbian love between Surfing Tangents and Laura. Are you going to work as Father Christmas this year? No, bro. Seen you on the telly. Thank you. What was that on? Good morning on the TV or the news? Crime Bodge, good show. Yeah, I'm staying out. I'm still staying out of trouble. I'm still staying out of trouble, bro. Just Or she agreed with your thingy earlier. I'm gonna drop this live soon. The police are outrageous sometimes. The police are outrageous every time. Racist fucking stitch up merchants, mate. I hate the police. He always fights in prison, and what wing is the worst? Oh, Strangeways is rough. Strangeways is a rough jail, like any jail, any cat A, but you're locked up a long. You need a long, like Strangeways is just crazy, but K Wing's notorious. The notorious K Wing, segregated landings and stuff. But why was it on the news? If you watch the video, bro, you'll find out it was about prison, as usual. I don't know if this Taz Tanzi is a prison officer. I don't think I believe it. Because if you said it's all quiet on the wing tonight, but it's well known that prison officers are not allowed the phone on the wings. So I'm not on license. Taz, send me a pic, bro, of you in your uniform, bro, if you're on shift now, on WhatsApp. And then once I've seen it, you can delete it. Baddest jails, Franklin. Some people say Belmarsh. Some people say Liverpool. Some people say Strangeways. Don't know. Bro, the thing, John, there are screws on this channel, brother. I'll tell you straight. I know for a fact there are. I know there's screws on this channel, bro, but I don't know Taz Tanzi. It obviously wouldn't be his proper name. Yeah, bro, it probably is Ruthless, bro. Wakefield as well. Whitemore, Long Larton, Woodhill, Strangeways, Walton Jail, Alt Course, ISIS. The list goes on and on and on. Send me a boob pic. Bro, Taz, I think Taz is a man, Shahib. So, oh, Gandul Yera. A Screws prison guards, yeah. Screws is like the old name for him, but people still use the term. Bro, don't be surprised, yeah, if Taz is a screw, bro. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, brother. If he sends me a picture on WhatsApp, I'll confirm it. Kirsty Martin, I doing, baby, okay? Don't know Kirsty, first time I've seen her pop up. HMP Nottingham rough prison. Yep, suicides are galore in that prison, sadly and tragically. What's Forest Bank like? Pretty chilled, to be honest with you. Same issues as every other prison. Drugs, mental health, corrupt staff. If you see the story about the 2 officers arrested, you're from Glasgow, mate. Fucking crazy, mate. But yeah, if you're from Glasgow, you're probably a bit of a feisty, crazy bitch. Probably from Easterhouse. Yeah, Forest Bank's a good jail, mate. Hold on. Right, let me see if this is... hold on, I want to see this picture. Right, let me see if we can confirm this. One sec, stay there. Right, Taz Tanzi, that doesn't look like a proper picture, bro. Taz, that looks like a picture off fucking the internet, mate. So tell you what, Taz, right? If you're legit, bro, it'll stay between me and you. Taz, if you're legit, send me a picture of you in your uniform, because you said you're on shift, holding a piece of paper saying Cody on it, right? Yeah. That's, yeah, I've done reverse thing. I can't do the reverse search though whilst I'm on the phone, whilst I'm doing a live. But yeah. Through the gate, help for ex-offenders, good or bad in your experience. Fucking bro. It's, if you've been in jail, bro, you fucking, the odds are stacked against you, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So, was in prison that was living this shit when they turned up. Nah, this Taz, bro, the picture does look like a Google thingy picture, bro. What's that shirt? It's the greatest team in fucking England, man. Aye. That's my team. Oldham Athletic. My team. Would you ever grass in any circumstance? Anything to do with kids isn't grassing, bro. Nonsense and stuff. Anyone that grasses up a nonce, bro, isn't like, that's not grassing, bro. Oh, God, she's a Republican. She's a Celtic fan. She's a Republican. Are you from Easterhouse? But Bishop Briggs. Bishop Briggs is a prison up there, isn't it? Is it Bishop Briggs? Ballingbriggs? There's a prison in Glasgow. Rangers. I believe that this Taz is a prison officer. I'll tell you straight. Glasgow Rangers is better work on it. Barlini. Supposed to be Ruthless Barlini though. Saunton, Barlini, Pomon. I don't know if this Taz is, bro. I don't know if he's legit or what. Can't tell. Hold on. Are there specific tattoos? Yeah, I've never seen like, you can make. There are obviously jail tattoos and stuff, but I've never seen it done. I've never seen it. No, no. Listen. Right, right. There are screws that contact me, bro. Right. There's two. There are two fucking screws that I've got more than two screws in my phone. Right. Two screws that one of them. No, I've a couple of screws have got stories out for me. There was a prisoner that took his own life. Prison officer told me. I didn't believe it. It was confirmed. Another prison officer told me a story. It was confirmed, and it's now published. So there are prison officers that legit. There's a lot of officers in the system that because they can't speak out publicly, they'll give me information, and I'll get the information out. There are definitely officers. I know that my YouTube is watched by prison officers. I know this. I love YouTube. I watch a lot of boxing on YouTube, like IFL and stuff. Do you like screws like screwdrivers? Oh, fucking stupid question. What would you become a prison guard? I wouldn't become a screw. I wouldn't become a screw. I'd be too. I'd be too corrupt. I'd be corrupt. If I was a screw, I'd be corrupt. I used to have a girlfriend called Two Screws. Was she bipolar, bro? Yeah, Taz Tanzi, bro. The fact that this picture still isn't coming, like the fact that this picture hasn't come through tells me that you're talking rubbish. But there are prison officers on here, but Taz Tanzi is obviously not one of them. The picture looked like it'd been taken from online. It's still sending. Turn your Wi-Fi off then. Like if you're in the jail, I'm assuming they've got work internet because they'll need it. But turn the internet off and finger. The first one sent quick, so is that legit, Chris, or what? Chris John Wright, is that legit or talking rubbish? Most famous person I've ever met. I've met quite a few. I've actually met quite a few famous people. From wrestlers to sports people to actors. No, I'm not a gangster. Never been a gangster. That documentary, it was fucking... People that should have been labelled gangsters were labelled ex-criminals. People that were like gangland enforcers were called gangsters. Fucked up. John Chris Wright, bro, do me a favour. Send me your number. Chris, if you're definitely... So are you going through Poultice training now? Videos are shit, babe, but thank you. Why is it some people in here talk wet? I have no idea, brother. If I was a prison officer, I would bring in drugs every day. It's a good job. Shahib, if you was a prison officer in a female prison, bro, you'd probably be a father of 8, dirty bastard. Would I take drugs in for anybody on a visit? No, because I wouldn't be stupid enough, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be fucking stupid enough. It's not worth it. If you're in a relationship with someone and you ask them to bring drugs in, do you box, and if so, where? I used to box when I was younger. Not like professional or anything, just training. Yeah. Do you know what, right? You know, like when they see all about these prisons and stuff, right? I'd love to see right? I would love to see like integrated wings, so men and women sharing the wings and cells and stuff. It'd be great, man. I'd be a father of 10. It'd be fucking fantastic. I wouldn't know. I'll send a pic when I'm home, bud. Right, but you said it was sending. Taz Tanz is not a screw. He's not. Because he said it was sending. Hold on. My phone's fucked. Hold on. Hold on. Right, there we go. Yeah, it'd be great, man. But no, Taz Tanz is not a screw. Because he said he'd taken the picture and he was sending it and it was sending. Now he's saying he can't. And I didn't ask you to say your name. I asked you to put a piece of paper with a picture of you, with my name on a piece of paper, showing it like that, showing your face, showing your uniform, and showing your name. The fact you've not sent it tells me you're not a prison officer. Like I say. Nonsense are wrong, man. Like you can get sent to like say you like sent to a prison hundreds of miles away, and you're coming up for your release date. You can get home release. Sometimes you don't. Nah, I've never got in with a screw or anything, but yeah, a lot of them are game for it. To be honest with you, a lot of them are. That's why you see so many sexual relationships in jail, bro. You get me? But yeah, it does go on. Sexual relationships between officers and cons does definitely go on regularly. Looks like fucking white, this bit of my beard. This is white, ginger, there's black in there. Be fucking grey soon. I'm going to grow my beard out, right? It's going to turn grey. And then I'll be in the supermarket and a kid will go, look, it's Father Christmas. And then I'll bend down and say, Christmas doesn't exist. It's your mum and dad, you little shit. And just walk off. But nah, just... Right, you know that you just talked about the pedo hunters like extorting the nonces. That actually happened to a mate of mine, right, that ended up in prison for blackmail. Cornson Vale. That's the female jail, innit? Bet you've licked some pussy, you Kirsty Martin up there, babe. You will have well gone muff diving. A lot of women that end up in the system turn lesbian. It's just a thing. It is a thing. Female people that go, a lot of women that go to prison end up becoming involved in lesbian relationships. It's a fact. Yeah, the pedo, I don't know how it came out, but the pedo ended up, it came out to the police and the pedo got done and he got done. So Kirsty's a rug munching lesbian from Glasgow there, she is. I don't like it. Fucking lick it, you wee prick. Oh yeah. Nah, it goes on when they go to prison, bro. They all become fucking lesbians. It's a weird thing. It's like nothing wrong with lesbians, bro. I love lesbians. I'm a lesbian. Yeah. And it kicks off because they get big butch lesbians. They're not all big butch and thingy, but some pretty ones as well. But it's all drugs and lesbian lovers. You looking at me fucking bird for? Fucking cut you. But yeah, no, it just goes on, doesn't it? There's birds that are in relationships going on visits seeing the fella because they're in a female prison, going seeing their fella, but then going back on the wing and they're like, yeah, come here, babe, come here, Tracy, gives a love. Well, that's proper bad, man. Goes on though, goes on, guys. God, this beard looks fucking horrific. Really does. Look at them handlebars, bro. Fuck me. But yeah, it's just crazy shit, man. I'm gonna get off soon, guys. We've done an hour and 50. Do screws ever get beaten up? Come on, James. Fucking hell. See, Taz Tanzi, you're not a screw, bro. You're not a screw. There are prison officers on this channel, but you are not one of them. It's not about being loyal, bro. It's about I don't earn any money doing what I'm doing. I've just got tonight. I've earned a whopping £9.99p, which I'm grateful for because it's a nice little touch. But like, yeah, it's I don't earn any money doing this, bro, and I still do it, and it's time consuming. It's effort. These videos have taken me fucking probably days and weeks to fucking film, nearly 1,000 of them, and I don't get paid for it, and I still do it. So yeah, in journalists see my channel, contact me. You've got family. Fuck YouTube, bro. Fuck YouTube. But yeah, just you can't monitor. You try to monetize your channel, bro, and then you take it off and stuff. Taz Tanzi, bro. Blag are you, bro. Blag. But yeah, I'm gonna start getting back to doing videos and stuff. Gonna start changing it up. Get more. I'm gonna need to get more people on the channel. Gonna interview a prison officer that said he'll do it. 20 years experience. That'll be interesting. Take your take on it. Questions. What was training like? How did it change? How much can a person on YouTube make? Probably decent though. But I've got baby numbers, man, so not much. I used to earn about £60 a month, bro. That's like, but it takes time. Then they stopped monetizing my channel because you're talking about prison and crime and pedos. So yeah, and then YouTube are just getting fat and rich, bro. And then YouTube take money away from you by if you sign up for this monthly thing and you pay $14.99, you don't get any fucking you don't get to watch videos apart like the ads on the beginning of the videos. So that's taking money away from the YouTubers, which is fucking bullshit. I was down in Ormskirk at a Morrison's about 2 weeks ago, and a subscriber just said, "I seem to keep getting recognised in supermarkets. It's weird because we're not famous, are we? It's just fucking just YouTube shit. So you'd be on YouTube, and then like a kid walked past. He actually walked out, saw me sat in the cafe window, came back in, and said, "You're from Manchester?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You're Cody Lachey?" I said, "Yeah." So then we had a little chat and stuff, and we swapped numbers. It's cool, man. It's weird though when you get recognised for being on YouTube. It's like you're not famous, are you? Fucking, I'm just an idiot that talks about prison. It's hardly a fucking good thing, innit? If I was on like, if I'd saved an old lady's life or something, then he'd be like, "Oh yeah, like nice to meet you, you're a good guy," but I'm fucking ex-con, mate, so I'm a dickhead. What happens to racists in prison, bro? They normally get put on high risk or are racially high and get their own cell. And then obviously it can kick off with racists and stuff. Everyone's asking for money, bro. It's crazy shit, bro. Like, everyone's asking for dough, bro. You know what I mean? The thing is, though, YouTube take money away from you. And the thing is, when people donate to you, like, it's just appreciation for what you're doing, right? Because you've got to think a lot of people, like, put a lot of money into their channel. My channel doesn't cost me anything to run, right? It's just time consuming. My broadband, but I've already got broadband anyway. So, yeah, it doesn't cost me anything. So, like, I don't beg it, like, for money and stuff. But when people donate, it's like, it's showing appreciation and love for for the time, the effort you put in. But then you've got other people that pay their guests and stuff, and they might travel the country and stuff like that. So it's interesting, interesting. Some people earn some good, pardon me. A lot of people earn some good dough, let me tell you. There might be a big prison protest coming at a prison somewhere down south, and I really, really, really want to like get there, because I want to. What it is, if I can raise the money, right, I will go to London, stay in a hotel, go to this protest, which is going to be massive, right, and I've got to get it in the news and stuff, right. So yeah, just see, yeah. Good morning, Brit. Yeah, bro. They just, yeah. I got cut off, bro. I was about to go on an epic rant slagging off the government and the prisons and stuff, but yeah, it starts. No, no, not in the inside of prison, from the outside, but it's going to be very newsworthy. And it's somewhere down south. So if I can get the money, I'll go down, stay in a hotel, and I will go to the prison the next day. I'll film it live on YouTube, uninterrupted, and I will bring it to you guys. But that's if I get the money to get down there. Did you see the jail riot in Enres in Brazil? 51 dead. Yeah, they was kicking people's. They decapitated someone and was kicking heads around the cells. Yeah. What are they protesting for? I can't really go into it because I don't want, because I know that people watch this channel. Some people that work in prisons watch it. I can't tell you what, but just it's not going to be one person. It's not going to be like a load of people outside a prison shouting. It's going to be like potentially direct action. My PayPal is on my description on my channel, bro. So if you want to donate to my channel, if you go to my description and if you comment and stuff, then I will. That's how you can donate to my channel. Or you can do this super chat thing here, which I don't really understand, but it is what it is. But hope everyone's well. Anyway, hope everyone's good. What time are we on now, guys? I can't fucking. 25 to 12. So yeah. So I'm gonna come off in a minute. I'll probably leave it at 2 hours bang on. Go and get a shower and chill out. But I hope everybody's well. Everyone that's like donating stuff to the channel and good. I understand. I don't know. Direct action sounds ominous. I can't tell people what's going down. I just can't. But like, just a protest. Just one person protest. Big. But like I say, if you look through my timeline and stuff, right, you'll see. Like I say, this is the thing. If I can get the money to get down to the area where this prison is, if I can get the money to get down there, I will stay in a bed and breakfast, cheap bed and breakfast. I will go to the prison thing because I've already spoke to the guy. I'll link with him. I would film it live on my YouTube. I'd have 2 phones with me, so I had battery on the second one. If the battery dies on the first one, I will then keep going with the second video and I'll live stream the full thing. And the media will be able to use it because it will end up in the news, standard. But this is the thing. Like I say, I don't know how much it's going to be like. I think the train's going to be about 90 quid. And then obviously bed and breakfast and stuff for the night. And then that £90 will be a return. But yeah, it'd be massive. And I'd actually interview the person before. I'd save that on my phone. We'd then make our way to that particular place, that particular prison. That person would take a course of action. And then I would live stream the full fucking thing. So yeah. And then obviously I need to get a bed and breakfast local. And then like I say, do it. I can't book it in advance yet because I don't know when it's going down. But like I say, if I have the money, it will be the greatest vlog ever because I'll do a traveling vlog. So I'll get videos of me and traveling and all that stuff, how we're going, like me setting off, talking about what's going to happen, but not uploading it. Then get there, stay in this bed and breakfast, link up with this person, do an interview with them, like I'm talking to you guys now, do an interview with them. Then they'll carry out the protest. I'll live stream the full fucking thing from start to finish. It's going to be a long day. And then I would then travel back. I'd catch the arrest. I'd also I'd tell all the media. I'd be bringing all the news desks. Get down here. This is happening. Blah blah blah. And then I would eventually, once it had all been finished, I'd be there. Because I'd be encroaching onto private property. They'd be telling me to move. I'd be telling them to fuck off. I'd say I'm a freelance journalist, even though I'm not. And I'd be there. I'd be there with the full thing and stuff. And I'll get the media involved: news, radio, broadcast media, tabloids, photographers, cameramen. I get everybody involved. And the fact is, it's about direct action. How did the boxing help me when I was bullied? The boxing, I used to picture people, when I was just on the heavy bag and stuff, when I was young, I used to just picture people that had hurt me in my life. It channeled my aggression, but it also made me worse as well, because it taught me how to punch and stuff like that, and how to transfer weight to get the most out of your punch. So, good. Did I ever fight in prison? No, I didn't have any issues in prison. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It's crazy shit. Right, guys, listen. I'm gonna transfer the hate for your ass, for your maximus gluteus. Just transfer that from the weight to one side to the other, and then bam, transfer. But yeah, it led me to here. Yeah, man, respect for that, Josh. Right, listen, guys. 2 hours and 45 seconds. It's been a pleasure. It has been an honor. I'm gonna turn it in now for the night. It's been a long one. Love you all. Very grateful for the time. Carrying on, comment, subscribe. If you want to donate to my channel or contact me, my number's in the description. Leave it there, guys. Comment, subscribe. Cody out. I don't know how to turn this off now. This is a new phone. Speak to you soon, guys. Bye.